Greetings, my excellent friends. I will have you know that I did just update Baldur's Gate 3. There was a 66.6 megabyte update in Steam, which I can only assume is injecting the devil into the game. Though we'd already met Raphael, so I don't know if that's anything new. Last time we updated Baldur's Gate 3, we had problems, but I don't think that's going to happen with a 66 megabyte update. I think that's small enough to go unnoticed. But still, it happened, and I'm informing you. While the starting music was going on, in fact. What bothers me about Steam is that Baldur's Gate 3 is listed above Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 Enhanced Edition, and the reason for that is because Baldur's Gate 3 is just the words. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition is Baldur's Gate with a colon on the end, which apparently puts it below Gate with a space on the end. And then Baldur's Gate 2 is below that. Not really sure the exact issue, but it annoys me. I know that Steam generally just does a sort of alphabetic list, but I feel like you should be able to like tie a game as part of a series and have them. It's like when things change title, like the Yakuzas and the Like a Dragons now are going to be in different spots on your goddamn Steam list. We should give games a Dewey Decimal System. I mean, no, I still think alphabetical is what you want for going to your Steam library, because you want to think, okay, what am I looking for? How far down the list should it be? However, I think that series should be grouped together and the alphabetical order should reflect the series name that you're looking for, not each individual game's name. I was thinking of Trails, yeah, because Trails games all start with The Legend of Heroes, which means you go looking for L because Steam ignores the, which, good. However, Trails games are not numbered. It's hard to read them because they all have that The Legend of Heroes Trails preamble, which takes up most of Steam's window for game names. Like, the actual specifiers are all half cut off. But mine, for example, reads Trails from Zero, Trails in the Sky, Trails in the Sky SC, Trails in the Sky the Third, and Trails to Azure. That is 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. So it's almost alright. But if I had the other half of the series, I imagine it would be worse. One would have a list that would be hilarious. What are yours ordered? Because you'd have all of them by this point, wouldn't you? Including Reverie, Azure. You need to finish Yakuza 7 before February. You can't let it be shoved aside again for another RPG. I mean, yeah, like, I don't do anything. If I give up on a game, I don't go back to it, basically. The only times I've ever fully stopped playing a game and then returned to it after a time was when I did everything except for Blood and Wine and The Witcher 3, and then I came back and did Blood and Wine. But there was a solid bracket between those two things, because, you know, it was a DLC expansion. Usually, though, when I play a game that doesn't have DLC, I don't play the DLC. I don't go back for the DLC. I go back a few years later and do the whole game with the DLC. I can't go back to my old playthrough just because the DLC's come out. Ah, Cold Steel's on console. Well, but it would go 4, 1, 2, 3, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. I don't have the Cold Steels yet. I mean, I don't have... I haven't played the Crossbell duology, but I got them months and months ago. So I would not buy the Cold Steels until... But just sort of because of the way I work, like, these games aren't on sale all the time, right? So if ever I'm like, I think it's time to start the next Trails, I want to own it so that I can just pick it up and I don't have to go, I think it's time to start the next Trails. Oh, fuck, I don't own it. I have to wait for the next sale. 2 weeks later, sorry, I'm in the middle of something else. And then when that finishes, I don't feel like grabbing Trails again. That's the sort of thing I have to preamble. So I will buy Cold Steel after I'm... Or probably when I'm in the middle of Azure, probably. And even then it'll be just Cold Steel 1 and 2, because that's my basic thought of how I'd play these. I played Sky 1 and 2 together, I played Sky 3 on its own. I would play Zero and Azure together, I would play Cold Steel 1 and 2 together, I would play Cold Steel 3 and 4 together, and Reverie on its own. But I would never marathon multiple chunks, because they're too big. Apparently some of us are hiding. I don't remember why, but...
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Here, unhide.
Cloak and dagger.
No,
My
unhide.
favorite.
I'd love to, thanks.
Let's move.
Because we've killed everybody in here. Except for Minthara and Sazza. I do not know if knocking Sazza out will have any effect. I do not know if we did it correctly. She might be considered dead. I do not know if she appears later, but I just did that out of obligation of if it wasn't for us, she would still be locked up in the Druid Grove, so we may as well try to keep her alive. But hopefully Minthara at least works. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to do other than go to Halsin. I don't think there is. There's living goblins outside, so we would want to skirt around them. But yeah, return to Halsin, return to Zevlor is our main thing here. There's also the passages to the Underdark, which we'll probably sneak back in here to look at. Does anybody have anything to say about my goblin slaughter?
Yes.
What are you thinking about?
Doesn't seem so. Let's go let Halsin know that he doesn't have to do anything. That all of his problems have been solved for him.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger. Thanks to them.
They did.
You did it. You actually did it.
Yep.
The leader's dead.
Most of them, yep.
Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice. But those three were too dangerous to leave alive.
Mm-hmm. What happens if I say I need your help?
And you'll receive it soon enough. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
And he explodes into a rat and runs away. Fascinating. Right, now we need to meet him in the Emerald Grove. I suppose we could fast travel out of here. I kind of don't want to, and the reason why is in case there's anything on the way. It feels a little cheap to just waypoint back to the Emerald Grove. I do like that the rats are
rat's eyes fog.
Oh, the other only survivor is Lookout Grush there.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
So again, the issue now
On my way.
is that presumably the goblins from outside don't like me any more than the ones inside. The ones that were upstairs are already dead. We killed them. Oh, what's happening down there? There's a dead one. Oh no, that's just the dead adventurer. So how would you get out through here? Can you? Like, that's the thing. The fast travel to me is a little bit of a cop-out. We would need to cede the high ground to get across, I think. Because if we go up through here, it's not a way out.
For the charmer.
I'm just waiting.
The problem is we're going to have to slaughter more children if we go this way. But it does seem like the smartest way. Oh, maybe the kids ran away. Would hurt to fall down there.
Yeah.
What was that noise? What if we just absolutely slaughtered Brawler Tiny? That puts Astarion in with 2 others.
I'll be a big old boy.
One other.
Leave no trace.
Is he going to come for us? Because I see no reason to... Like, the reason why I didn't bother trying to get one of them in is because of how far away this one is. They're not really in a good spot to actually attack. Summoning a warg. You gonna do anything? Ain't no running from me.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
All right.
Long and low.
Yeah, she can't do it. And I don't want to go in. I don't want to go into the camp. I just want to deal with the combat. Can she jump back up if she goes down there? I'm gonna quick save and see. Yes, she can. Still interrupted. Still interrupted. Now.
This'll help. Shh. Whisper mode.
We're playing this like shadow tactics. Partially because they're all very, very, very nothing enemies. Like that guard would be an actual small amount of work, but nobody else would.
Like a vandal.
Puke stink.
Kids seem to be gone. You're here.
Hello, you.
On my way. Neither seen nor heard. Not a sound.
Do we get the owlbear cub? Hope so. We told it to come to camp. Do we need to kill the goblins at the party to make it do that?
Don't mind me.
I do not know. This is not acting like XCOM. 95% chance to hit me. I've never played XCOMs, but I did buy them over Christmas. I might play them at some point. Wouldn't be a stream thing, but I might play them. Am I actually able to escape this way? I don't know that I am. Again, I know I can just fast travel, but it's more fun. Crusher. Yeah, I think we need to get up here.
Attention.
Karlach can do it. We could give everybody jump potions, but I don't know that we have that many. Where are they? Easier to look at my inventory than
Rat feet.
Best thing ahead.
everybody's.
Lost.
Potion of Glorious Vaulting, it's called. Type? Sort? Could have sworn I had some, but maybe they're not on me. Got potions of speed. Oh, it's because they weren't green. We have 4. Triples your distance. I don't know if it does stuff for your height. Strength-wise, 8,
Can't afford any mistakes.
11, 8, 18. So, miss 18.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
Can manage this.
Can't afford to fail.
But the rest of us cannot. Let me see.
Keeping my head down.
First of all, are we able to... Can we alchemy glorious vaulting? We can. We can actually make 2 of those. Probably more if I finish making all these suspensions that I'm allowed to make. No, we'd need more wispweed. But we can make 2 more of these jump potions, and I think that's a good idea to do. Can't think of many other things that I would
Waiting with bated breath.
want to use specifically.
Time for
Astarion doesn't need it, I don't believe. He would need a short rest for Misty Step. Are we out of those? He might need it, actually.
Nice and quiet now.
Song of Rest. Yeah, alright. We can't get him Misty Step back, so we'll need to use 3 of the potions. That way we can skip fighting through all of these guys.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
We might kill Crusher just for fun, but if we can skip the bridge, we can probably skip him. Make sure you do the jump.
What comes now?
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
You mean too high? There.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
That would hurt your knees!
If this isn't a
Can't even enjoy a drink.
I don't remember ever reading this. That Slobberchops druid who was nosing around ain't just some tomb robbing adventurer type. Calls himself Halsin. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. Wait, is the game's still going? I should have Astarion jump before he runs out. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. I had a little word or 2 with him before the Lashers put his hairy ass in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us. Inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we didn't need no help from nobody. Never did, and especially not now the Absolute's taken a shine to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and when we cut him open, I'll make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. I forget who wrote this. Do we know who wrote that? Priestess Gut, maybe?
Don't burn yourself. The mission has to come first. Well, well.
keep your blade close. Shut up.
We've got 3 of these Mind Flayer parasites now.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire.
Not sure what unlocks that. Although I suppose we haven't done anything illicity. Whenever we got the authority message, we resisted the temptation. Okay, so we made it across the bridge.
Have to keep going.
Can we go up this way? Yeah. Everybody can jump this. Oh. Oh, boy! Where am I?
Let's have a little fun.
How the fuck are you seeing me there? Well, that's unexpected. Go up there. Let's get everybody else involved if we can. Why are you going back down? What the fuck was that? Okay, everybody else hid successfully. We can climb right up there, and I think
Ready for some good news?
Darian and Karlak and that at least should, but they're going to be stared directly in the face when they do. Can you chuck something up here? Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's better for us to go up. Yeah.
What's the story? There is work to do.
That at least puts us all in even
Never
ground.
a dull moment.
I can aim there. Is that disadvantage from low ground, or...? -2 to hit. I'm probably going to climb up here anyway, right? But it might still be low ground because he's up that further thing. Yeah, it is. It's just that that'll let us get these guys as well. Well, we're going to have to deal with him. Not like that. Wow!
Time to kill.
Need to act fast.
Yes. We are absolutely going to be long resting when we finish here. So I'm actually going to have her do the spiritual weapon for fun. Oh, right. She can also call lightning. Oh! Action. Yeah, we can grab her a level 3 spell as her main action. Sleet Storm, Call Lightning, and Spirit Guardians. Lightning strikes all targets within range. So that's within that little circle, is it? They don't have a good group up anywhere. Shatter could hit 2 at once. Call Lightning won't, but then she'll get to use it every turn, right? Yeah. Probably better to set her up for doing this every turn then. Plus, I've not done it before. Trying to avoid hitting the ladder. There we go. There. There is in range of him. Do we want max damage on on 12 HP? I think we save that for the warg. Oh, I just used it. Never mind. He's dead, and he looks amazing. I mean, the warg, we can just have Karlak throw things. Let's go with a trident. For every 2 spell levels higher than the original, so that doesn't affect it, so just cast it at level 2. I can cast it over here where they are.
Hungry for the slaughter.
I should have moved her out of the mess that's there, because she might get pushed off. Oh well. Honestly, Astarion could just melee one of these guys.
Break them.
No one can hit. Yes, I'm aware of the other thing that I could have done but didn't. Just because it didn't happen doesn't mean I didn't think about it after. I just decided not to point out 2 mistakes when I could have just pointed out 1.
Cover me! I'll get the alarm!
That's not good. Wait, why are they going? Karlak? Did they have a surprise round on us? That was because they got to go. I'm confused. Still got no rage, unfortunately, but we got 2 throws per turn still. Lightning's gonna look very good over there, so let's start by getting rid of him.
Easy.
And now let's throw all the way over to the one who's going for the alarm. That seems tactically sound. Can't go for the wargs, but you can go for warrior puce there. And miss.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
What can you do with a bonus action? Not much, really. You could run up to him and shove him. You know what? Where is he being shoved? Because I'd like to shove him that way. How do you aim that? When the pike returns, do I think it should come back with the goblin on it? That would be helpful. I don't think it's going to do that, though. Let's just have her run up and push.
This'll help.
Nah, not over the edge. I couldn't... Basically, she could only move there. She couldn't move where the spiritual weapon is. But now she's in melee range, which is fine. The next thing I would do would be call lightning, hopefully on both the wargs.
Go warn the others. I'll hit the drum.
Will you?
Ready.
Right, so... Activate call lightning. Can we get all 3? I think we can there. Doesn't get Karlak or my guy either. Karlak can then throw down at him. Well, I didn't get to see anything, but one warg is dead. One warg took a bit of damage, and the warrior took a big smacking. That's all we got for you, I think. I guess we can healing word Astarion. He did take a small hit at some point in his life.
Hop, hop.
Shit, path is interrupted. Tracker Bell. Well, we need to get Tracker Bell. Can I get him?
What now?
Small Claw's dead. Claw's fine. Tell you what, first of all, because the weapon can't really do much else, have the weapon use Piercing Strike on this nearly dead warrior. Yeah, goodbye. That's helpful. Then I would want the weapon to get out of the way.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Because we could maybe have you throw just from an altered position. I don't even need to throw the pike, you could throw Puce. Can we get you to walk... We've got you to walk there. Have a better view. Still interrupted. Oh, it is not interrupted there. I do like the holding picture of her with the... There we go. Are you saying I'm cruel for killing the wargs? You know that they're not very nice.
Go on.
At least things have stayed interesting. Should mind my step. Anything of use.
Alright. I was hoping to just sneak past and out, but unfortunately the door guards did catch us. I wonder how many players start with this. Like, they don't even talk to a single goblin. It's just, you know, you fight at the gates and you fight all the way in, you fight everybody, and it just this whole zone that is created with characters and moments and that just turns into a protracted combat challenge, because, like, it's good as that as well. If I wasn't the sort of person who abhors the idea of missing the story stuff, I would enjoy that tactical side of, let's just clear the goblin camp. I mean, shit, you could do that out of the tiefling camp as well. You'd be a bad person, but alas. Yeah, talk your way in, fight your way out is a lot of fun. Yeah. And I mean, my decision to sneak around the bulk of them in there was not because I couldn't take them, it was just because varying it up, you know? Like, we fought through the indoors, we fought at the doorway, but the guys in there we snuck past, and I think that's quite impressive. There's going to be more in here as well that we let live. I think that's all. And they've done the right thing, and obviously it's easy because goblins are like traditionally weak enemies by just having a whole bunch of one-shottables. That's what makes it a fun place, because you don't get bogged down anywhere. You just have to make sure you kill enough of them that they don't swarm you. I think we're done.
With haste.
We solidly made it out. Now we could fast travel to get back to Halsin and Zevlor. Oh, but there's a hidden goblin stash. We did uncover a stash that we haven't actually looked at. So let's go look at that first. And also, I think I'll take a long rest before I turn things into Zevlor. I still have every single spell slot. That's so funny. It just comes down to my own character not being as useful to the combat. Like, we are integral for the social and dialogue stuff, but while we are capable, I am definitely finding more power to work with from the others.
What's in here?
I did use the Bardic Inspiration, but that's a lot simpler to throw in, because a lot of that comes up as reactions. Here? No. Where is it? Where is it if not this? Like, unless it is this, but then... What can I do to make it go off of the map? Pick it up? We snuck out of the goblin camp. We went out through the prison entrance, came out here. We killed like 3 goblins on the right edge of camp without alerting everybody in there. We used potions of vaulting to jump across here so we didn't have to go across the bridge. Then we went out this way. Unfortunately, the guys at the first gate noticed us crawling around up here, so we had to massacre here. But the goblins over here are still alive. The goblins outside mostly still alive. It's just the ones inside and at the front gate that we were forced to destroy. I do not know if that has any effect on the game whatsoever, but it was fun to mix stealth with combat on my... working my way out. And I'm also fully aware I could have fast traveled, but it was more fun to, like, take it seriously. Now I'm looking at this goblin cache, which I think is this chest I've already looted, but because I've already looted it, I don't seem to be able to make the map marker go away. Which, frankly, shits me. Seems to be it. Let's just take a long rest now before we go back to the goblins, because while I have all my spell slots, Shadowheart has lost quite a few. What is this?
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Rub your aching hands.
The ache builds as you squeeze your hands together. Were your fingers always so thick? Your skin always so sticky?
Hello?
Chukil gate vlakith mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you?
I can feel a knife cutting my beard.
Your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Surrender to Lae'zel. Oh, what a time to use our illithid shit the first time ever. No, that's not true. We've used it to, like, explore mines before. We just haven't used it to, like, dominate any goblins. Do we want to explore her mind, or do we just want to talk to her? Because that's that I think, like, from a roleplay sense, that's the thing that's because we like using detect thoughts. I think my character just likes fucking reading what people's thinking. I think it will get me stabbed too, which is why I'm going to hit this button first. But I kind of want to do it. My character is just like a shameless fucking mind reader. And I don't blame him. I'd be a little bit like that if I had that power, wouldn't you? Wouldn't it be easier? I always think it would be easier socially if you knew what someone was thinking. It might not be easier if they knew what you were thinking, but it would be easier socially if you knew what someone was thinking, because then you could just dodge around people who aren't worth your time. Figure out what to say. To people who, aren't quite understanding. Yeah, before we get a full shave here, I am going to do the stupid thing. Ha! Wait, the difficulty class is 2. That was the most pathetic, sad, miserable little check that I have ever succeeded.
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Blackith.
Be strong, you will survive this. You will please your queen.
I will not let the Geich take me. I will earn Vlaakith's honor.
Sorry, are we being eavesdropped on?
But know this, I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
I haven't talked to everybody yet. Why am I already in bed? What the fuck is happening to me now?
I came just in time. You are transforming.
Who the fuck are you? This is the second character that we made. That then proceeded to take a month to show up.
Your salvation. And not for the first time. I saved you before.
I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember seeing this character outside of...
And I'm here to save you again.
I don't remember you, I just remember the beard doing that.
Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
I really, because I remember the reason why we made this character a Githyanki was because I almost chose Githyanki at the start. And then went with Tiefling. I said, well, you know, we'll make a Githyanki now. But I find it kind of retroactively very funny that we've done this, because what a hilarious juxtaposition to Lae'zel. Like, we have a Githyanki saying, you're gonna turn, I'm gonna kill you, and now we have a Githyanki lady saying, you're not gonna turn, I'm protecting you. Anyway, this is sus as fuck. Who are you really? We'll get up on our own.
Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely.
Not
There is
very
great
much
potential within you.
longer.
It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it.
What?
I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
Murray, what happened to you?
A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
Going back to the space skull? Yeah, this doesn't look like level 5
Wake now. You'll feel better.
business.
I promise.
That feels more like level 15-ish. So good luck with it. I'll be back here on solid ground. That's kind of fucked. Why did it forcibly rest me? I didn't get to talk to anybody at night. I don't love that. We're also... Or was that just because I pressed... I just called my task manager up. Maybe that toggled non-lethal damage. I wanted to see how my GPU was doing, because things were slightly laggy there. I don't see an owlbear, and that concerns me. Maybe I'll take a second long rest just to talk to everybody at night.
I had the strangest dream last night.
You too!
There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our hands. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
Yes.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We have been not doing anything, but now we have someone telling us we should. I don't know, it seems sus as fuck.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Okay, bitch, I think it's better if you stay in camp for a while.
Another step forward.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
Sure.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
Volo is just staring at Will for some reason. We'll talk to Volo because we need to, but...
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me.
Yeah?
Tempting as
What's
these
your opinion
powers
of dark
sound,
deals, Will?
we should recognize this dream for what it is. The tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms. Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Well met.
So, Mr. Godbanger Forbidden Knowledge 555, what do you think about using the Mind Flayer powers? Are you for? Or are you against?
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
You don't believe this was a real person?
A real manifestation, perhaps, but not an individual of flesh and blood in the manner you or I would consider to be real. Whether she spoke the truth or not, well, I think I require a little more evidence before taking a fantasy at her word.
Oh, I thought you'd be all for it.
Until then, best we speak of other matters. Was there something you wish to ask?
Well done. Now here's a thing. Can we talk to him about the dream visitor?
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or may...
Now, Withers does not involve himself much, does he?
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Happened to you as well, did it? Happened to all of us.
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole. Use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess. In the waking world or otherwise.
She didn't really have like a solid option for us to confirm or deny our interest, but it seems like Astarion's the only one that's for it. How are you?
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me. Told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
Sounds like a pretty intense dream. I had a similar one.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
Just a dream? Could well be some kind of psionic trick.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Haven't seen any owlbears, have you? Bolo?
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert.
Oh, yes?
They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking.
Yeah.
The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
And they're parasites?
As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you?
Yeah. I've got one of their babies in my head.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
Oh, if only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it?
Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
He's gonna say holy shit a lot in a minute, isn't he?
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Quit the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can.
How?
I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
We've completed Rescue Volo, and we get the Blazer of Benevolence. When you inspire an ally with Bardic Inspiration, you gain 4 temp hit points. Its armor class is worse, though. And I don't know that 4 temp hit points is worth being hit more often. That said, it might look cool. Not really, I just look like I've walked out of The Legend of Zelda. So we have Embrace Your Potential, Explore Your Parasite Powers. Are we allowed to eat a tadpole now? Because we've got 3 of them.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
I'm not sure about this.
Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you.
What are we thinking, friends? Do we eat a worm? Or not? I don't know. We saved before we did it. That's a good point.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be.
Do you guys have to watch me while I do this?
Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Oops. That was not me. That was my hand twitching and making me press right click. I don't know if she's going to say anything else. Actually, can I reload to do that again? I don't know if I just skipped the end of one line or a whole speech. Was this before we... Yeah, we spoke to Baldur. I don't know why this is here now. You can now consume Mind Flayer parasites from your inventory. Look out for sources of parasites in the world, including infected corpses.
This one is a... You can absorb its potential. Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you. Your mind swells as it's obscured. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Oh, no, there was nothing else. Okay. Wait, all three of them are gone. I didn't ask to eat all three. Why did it eat all three? So we all seem to have this now. It's right here as well.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Let's march.
Oh shit, look.
Delicious.
There is work to do.
We... That's cool. Carla, I don't want to do it. Shadowheart doesn't want... So you could maybe convince the others.
Blades always sharp.
But Astarian's just like, fuck yes, darling. We could make him do it. We could just make him do it. What do we have? God, it's a brain. Concentrated blast. You have to be concentrating on something else to cast this. If the target was also concentrating, you heal as much as the damage that was dealt with. A 3d6 psychic. I don't know why it says 6 to 36 damage when it's 3d6. Plus 3d6 healing conditional. That doesn't add up. Force tunnel. Charge forward, pushing all objects and creatures in your path 4 meters away from you. Favorable beginnings. The first attack roll or ability check you make against any target gains a bonus equal to your proficiency. Psionic Overload. Your attacks deal an additional 1 to 4, and you take 1 to 4 every turn. That sounds bad. I wouldn't use that. Sacrifice half of your hit points to heal someone for the same amount. I don't think I'd use that either.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well...
And yeah, it's the same set for everybody. We can read these too. We can't read these locked ones. Once per turn when you make an attack roll, the attack reduces that target's corresponding ability by 1. So you can just chip damage someone's strength. Once per long rest, you can just ask for a critical hit. Charm the enemy that attacks you. My word. Some of these are. Oh. Oh. Consume a parasite and unlock a new power. Is it meant to wriggle the whole way down? Achievement unlocked. Expand your mind. 54% of people have done this. So that means like just a little under half of the game's players just did not jump into this feature at all. Blue Moon. I am more than happy not to engage with this. I mean, does taking just one? Because this is again, I am reminded of Gene Forge, which is an indie RPG series that is like very low graphic, but fantastic writing. And yeah, there are these canisters, and you can drink them, and they give you powers. But if you drink too many, your endings all get worse, because no matter what you choose or what you do, you're fucked in the head now. And I'm getting that vibe. We've taken one. I suppose the safe option would have been to give it to Astarion, but my thought was that I could do better with this, because I always have detect thoughts. That's the thing, I have detect thoughts going all the time unless my concentration is broken, so I could use Concentrated Blast. That'd be quite helpful and very good. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than your number of evolved illithid powers, fuck me. It immediately dies, and everyone nearby take 1 to 4 psychic damage. That's not very good with only 2 powers, but if you keep grabbing powers, it gets better. When an enemy within 9 meters casts a spell, you can use your reaction to inflict damage to the caster per the spell's level. And the thing is, we could give stuff to Astarion as well. Do we want to do that? Or is he good enough as he is and we spend the tadpoles on us?
What to do?
Honestly, I think my bard is going to make the bad decision. Because if it turns out that these bad decisions lead to bad endings, then I can always play the game again and have more wisdom. But my bard read the necromancy book, right? The only thing I regret telling everybody that it was a bad thing and that we shouldn't take them. Because I just immediately took them, didn't I? Maybe we could talk to everybody again now. Before I keep going.
Gone gods. Watching you consume that tadpole was more disgusting than the tadpole itself.
Fuck you, Will.
Though, I suppose that's not what you wanted to talk about.
What do you think of the illithid potential?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Concentrated Blast will also end the spell you were concentrating on. Yeah, but I don't need to use Detect Thoughts in combat. The point is I'll have it prepped every time I get into a fight, and Detect Thoughts is a ritual, so as soon as I get out of combat I can just bring it back. We do face untold dangers, Will.
Yes, I suppose we should. Though I'm more than a bit wary. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
I'm not going to actually give them tadpole powers, I don't think, but
what path lies before
by
me?
convincing them to be okay with it, roleplay-wise, I don't feel bad taking it.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet?
Let me guess, the difficulty to convince him is going to be like 3. Now that you mention, I do feel a sudden, unrelenting urge to crack open your... Never mind.
Replete with ribaldry as always. Well, you could provide no better proof that you are not, in fact, about to turn into a mind flayer. Famously humorless, Illithids. The tyrannical enslavement of all other living creatures hardly lends itself to levity. Should your wit begin to suffer, only then must be worried. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
Oh, we don't have to convince you at all. Yeah. How do you feel about your boyfriend eating worms?
Feeling illithid?
About our tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
It's your choice, but I think the tadpoles make me stronger.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
Yeah, I don't want to do that with her. I don't expect you to do anything you don't want to.
Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself.
What do you make of the powers?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
The odds are stacked against us. Can we truly afford to ignore a potential advantage?
Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
I think Karlach persuaded me not to persuade her with the way she spoke about it. Oh god, Scratch is climbing up. What's he doing up there, buddy?
Well, no tentacles yet. I suppose we can consider that a success.
How about Lae'zel? She'll be very against it.
No good will come of devouring a gaith worm, no matter what you might think.
Have you thought about using the tadpole power?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse.
What it?
You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gaith tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
If we must bear the tadpole's burdens, we should also avail ourselves of the yeah, power. No advantage either. Thing is, though, I'm really good at the wordy stuff.
Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
You have to persuade her twice? Cold is dangerous. We should take all the help we can get.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
So what that has resulted in is convincing everyone except Karlach, which, yeah, it just came down to... It felt douchey to say anything other than, I won't make you do something you're not comfortable with. Whereas, essentially, it literally was the way the dialogue was worded for each of the characters. Like, if the dialogue had been worded in such a way that it felt like the right thing to do was to not. But, like, for the others, it was either persuade them or just say, I'd like to change subjects like a robot. Whereas for Karlach, it was, oh, I won't make you do anything you don't want to do. Which is the right thing to say. But it wasn't there for the others, so... Persuasion it was. That said, I don't think I'm going to give any tadpoles to anybody other than myself and maybe Astarion. I don't really want any of these. Sonic Backlash, not too bad, but... We don't know what comes later. I don't think I'd want a Psionic Overload, that just sounds hurtful. But Favorable Beginnings just sounds like a good, solid buff. Oh god, don't do this. I hate this bit. Give it a bit. Once per long rest, you could just activate a crit. You can charm, that does seem sort of me. I kind of want ability drain. But that is attack rolls. Firebolt is an attack roll though, isn't it? It would reduce... It would reduce their charisma, though. It's weird. It's not super controllable. Maybe later. That said, is there like a hidden number of these that I can safely give myself? I do not know. But we'll take Luck of the Far Realms. We'll take these passive buffs along with the Concentrated Blast. No tadpoles available. Probably for the best. Though there is a fourth one in the Druid camp. I know that.
On my way.
Volo, you said you needed time. Is that real, or is it just the next time we speak to you?
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here.
Oh, didn't we already have this
I'll
conversation?
just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Has your research turned anything up?
Not yet, I'm afraid. But my expectations are very, very high.
Right then. Bye. So he's just hanging out with us now. Interesting. Okay. Starion wants to talk.
So, you've indulged.
Oh my god!
Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
Alright, we might give him one, actually. We might give him the fourth one. I wasn't sure you'd want to indulge in this. Maybe another time.
I might just hold you to that.
Of course this is the sort of game that does that. Of fucking course! Of course he reacts to whether you give him one or not. Fuck me.
Need something?
Please, can I have a brainworm? Oh, I just so
God's blessings
delight
upon
in brainworms.
What are you thinking about?
Right, so the option to persuade her stays there.
You really did it, huh? Well, and you... Hope you don't... Good.
Need to. I'm worried about this owlbear cub. I'm worried that by skipping the outside of the... Are these guys going to be mad at me now? That's a good question, actually. Let's find out. Because what I said was I kind of wanted to take another long rest just to see... Yeah, no, just the goblin camp. These guys don't know that there was an issue. Because we skipped them. We went around that way before. Let's take another long rest and see if the fucking owlbear shows up, and if he doesn't, we might go back to the goblin camp's outskirts and fight the party. Why did I lose my concentration on detect thoughts? I don't know.
Hey, you.
We get along quite well, I think.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Still no damn owlbear.
Well met.
What's on your mind?
Owlbears. Go to bed. Burning. Well, how can we sleep while our beds are burning?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Well, I'm gonna sleep again just in case he shows up overnight or some shit. I wasn't sure if anybody would get that joke. Grefter would if he was here, but he's not. God, we got so much salami. Why do we have so much salami? And why is salami a club? How can we dance when our world keeps turning? You got that song in the US. Most Australian songs go over people's heads. Oh, what now?
I promised I'd be back.
Hi.
Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. I see you've been using the powers the tadpole gives you.
I will keep sleeping.
Good. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole.
I haven't spoken to him about it.
He couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it.
Thanks for the spoiler.
Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
Not really. I mean, obviously they're not going to take the tadpole out in Act 1. Halsin meant... Well, actually, did we speak with him about it? Like, in the camp? I don't know if this is real or not. No, he did. Because he was saying, I can't help you with the tadpole, but I can send you to Moonrise. Okay, we did. Alright, it's not spoiling, it's not breaking sequence. It's just that we haven't spoken to him in his lab. Tell me who you are. Actually, we'll be the smartass and respond directly and say, yeah, it was worth a shot.
You needed to see for yourself. And now you have. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You are lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
How do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic?
I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than a illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
So who are you?
It's complicated. But I'm an adventurer, just like you.
Bullshit!
Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go.
What is going on over there?
The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone.
Oh.
They want it back.
Concerning.
I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Time for the nightly R. Volo wants to talk. So he's figured something out. But no, we still don't have any fucking helpers. I will try one more rest, and if not, then I'll fuck around with the camp, because I don't know if I missed a spot or anything, but I did tell him to find our camp, and we did kill the goblins we're supposed to kill.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here.
You researched turned anything up? Wait, why are you making me lie down?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
This parasite... How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Oh, this is the stupid... This is a fucking worse idea than the hag's deal. Like... This parasite is unusual. I have it on good authority that extraction is currently impossible.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Well, what do you reckon? Should we trust Volo? Or should we trust our dream visitor? What do you mean 100% do it? I'm not committing to this. I'm saving. I'm gonna reload and leave, but I do want to see what happens because we didn't see what happens with the hag, did we? We moved on from that. We didn't do like a dummy save to see how it went. Let's see how it goes with Volo. My guess is we're gonna end up fucking mutilated and with nothing to show for it.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open.
Oh god.
And begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Oh man, I love Either Somnium Files. Do you have the faintest idea of what you're doing?
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket.
Oh, Jesus.
Volo frowns and begins to push.
Clench your fists.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
Well, you
the
have
needle
something.
Seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Shut up, narrator.
No bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Leave you in a... The obstacle is my eye! Stop! No, hold still. Fuck it. We're reloading after this.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Is this gonna be a lobotomy?
Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
God, you really can just keep going here.
Don't move.
I like that you have 17 chances to tell him to stop.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow.
Astarion and Lazello like, are you fucking
stupid? Tap, stab.
You feel that?
We're getting a lobotomy.
Lighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Oh.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
You knocked my bloody eye out!
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Partly?
Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
Gavrot received condition See Invisibility. Wait, really? Permanent, can see invisible creatures within 9 meters. Volo's ersatz eye. The damage wrought upon your ocular nerve during Volo's experiment is undone, allowing you to see invisible creatures. Right, but what do I look like? Because if I liked my eyes, maybe we could get Shadowheart to do it. Also follow leaves. Who do I talk to? Scratch. Right, I don't speak with animals. Can I? No, we just get a... Oh! No, my hair's in the way. I think it's taken my red eye. I don't want to lose that one. Karlak. Stop shadowboxing.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
I just can't see it well enough, can I? We'll need to be discreet to get into the heart of the cult. The powers might help.
It's a fair point. I just don't want to take a short-term boon. I want to win this whole thing. To finish off the cult. To get this tadpole out. To stay sane the whole time.
How do I get a better damn look at my own face? Maybe if I take the hat off. Like, it's technically beneficial, but I think I like how I looked before.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole.
Yeah, there it is.
Venture right into the heart of the cult.
That's enough for me to say no.
Perhaps we truly...
Like, that eye's aesthetics is a downgrade, and seeing invisibility within 9 meters is something that isn't powerful enough to accept it. If somebody's invisible, eventually they'll turn visible again when they decide to attack us. I'd absolutely take that deal if I didn't have cool tiefling eyes. If my eyes weren't really, really cool, I'd take it.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
No. That said, does he stay in camp?
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
One day I'll catch a break.
What if we had a Starian do it?
Keep your distance, darling.
No, he wouldn't want to because of the I don't want to do it to Karlak because I like her eyes. Her eyes are pretty. Hey, Shadowheart!
On I go.
This might be doable.
Let's see what I can glean.
She doesn't want a tadpole in her head.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you.
How did you find the camp? That wasn't there in my dialogue.
Finding is my job, my friend. If there's anything in the world worth knowing, I assure you, I do.
We've already
The Druid
done
House
this,
had
haven't
some
we?
kind of, as a matter of fact, I do. That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphism, isn't it? Oh, dear. If we managed it with my it's not too deep.
Yeah, he'll do it to someone else. I'd rather get a second opinion.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Now, I'm going to skip through it this time, because we already did it with my own character. It's just that I'm more willing to sacrifice Shadowheart's eye than my own, so... See, okay, why Shadowheart? Because the other three aren't in my main party. Karlach's eyes are too pretty, and Astarion likes the tadpole, so...
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open. And
let's
the needle
just...
finds the gap between eyeball and
Needle!
socket.
Sorry, Evie! There's an obstacle in the way, hold still. He gets an ice pick out.
Then, reaching into his bag,
yay!
He produces. Volo slowly brings the ice pick.
Hold your breath. Astarion and Lae'zel don't like this.
And then...
I agree. It's a feisty crit. I agree. Drat.
And then your eye falls out.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
Can't seem to see through one of my eyes.
Yes, quite. Well, there is some mild trauma. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Try it on for size. I'm sure you'll sort out your terribly sorry, my friend.
She looks so upset. Bleeding eye, your eye stings from Volo's experiment, but only for one more turn.
Still breathing, despite everything.
How you doing?
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well.
She looks fine.
Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
That's weird. I didn't get the... talk about it this time?
Fine. What's on your mind?
What do you think about what happened to the Druid Grove?
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
At the ready.
I had dialogue options with her for that before, didn't I?
Another visit from the Golden Paladin.
Oh no, they were with Karlach.
It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we It's a fair point. I just don't want to take a short-term boon. I want to win this whole thing. To finish off the cult. To get this tadpole out. To stay sane the whole time.
Anyway, my eyes are fine. Shadowheart's also kind of look fine. Will can't take the operation. Why?
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
What do you mean? I didn't get a gift. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit this. If you infiltrate the heart of the cult, yeah. If you infiltrate the cult, we must be discreet. The tadpole can help us there. You have to find whatever's at the heart.
And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little worms we can harvest. Now, was there anything else?
No. So yeah, nothing else from Shadowheart.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Nope. Not at all. I should take my food break. I just want to rest one more time to see if I get the owlbear.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities, Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
The tadpoles are part of the problem, not a solution. We shouldn't rely on them. No, well, we should use means at our disposal. I took the powers. I can't be a hypocrite.
As existential evils go, the Absolute certainly seems an adversary worth halting in its tracks. Any opportunities for us to indulge our tadpole's capabilities are hardly on the same scale. Trifles, when one considers the bigger picture.
Oops. You multi-classed Will into a dragon blood sorcerer, which gave him scales, and then... Oh, yeah, no, Shadowheart's eye does change. It was different. It's just that her eyes are very close to what it looks like.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came...
So this is a fake eye, is it?
And ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift, too.
I guess it is, yeah.
Just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
This is the plan that works.
Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win.
The convince thing went away from her. Yeah, she's still hesitating.
Looking ahead.
Well met.
Lastly, Lae'zel.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. We've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
I'll be fine. I think the dream figure was right. Follow the cultists, we find the source of the tadpoles.
Yes. The one truth that fell out of its cankered lips.
Frowning at me.
Come a battle. But it will be one with swords, not mind games born of brainworms.
Do you think the strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
Who or what could that be?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
I mean, it's presumably the Absolute, and we're getting protected. we got infected, but we're not. You know, there's a barrier between us and it. And just to double check, Withers has nothing to say about these events.
Dost thou require?
Not at all. Okay. Leave camp. I'm going to do one more try to see if we find the owlbear cub.
Oh, hi.
Everyone's pretty exhausted for... No, Gale has something to say now. Christ. Should I put animal speak on? I mean, if it happens at night, yeah.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
It doesn't linger on her face, unfortunately, but yeah, you can see it less in the pupil and more in the iris. That is the Volo eye. Well, I was going to push until sleeping to get news of Owlbear, but if we've got another conversation here, I'm going to take my break now before it gets too late to take it, because I'm looking at the time and I'm 24 minutes late for the break. So I will be back, and yeah, we'll sleep one more time. If no owlbear shows up, then I might poke around the goblin camp, but we'll see. I could also, like, double check to see what makes the owlbear cub appear to make sure I've done it right while I'm on my break. So yeah, I'll be back. Let's see what Gale wants. Seems to be examining himself again. Or someone else? Mistra? Bard. Ah, Mistra. The patron of magic herself. Matron, rather. An ambitious desire indeed to hold her in your hands.
Oh. My, you startled me. I, was miles away.
Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
Just pondering what I lost. Mistra commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
Magic is music, poetry, and beauty, though I suspect you and I perform it differently.
Fair enough. Though in the end, we're still playing the same composition. Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
By all means.
Then follow my lead. Now you.
Imitate the gesture with ease. I do cast spells as well, mate.
A familiar feeling, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran Mistraril Kantrak Eo.
Belt the words with a little flourish on Ao. Athran Mistraril Kantrakeo. Or there's actually two bard options here. You can just do it with ease. This is basically roll skipping, being like, okay, so you're a bard, so you can skip the rolls. This is probably not actually a bard line, but a caster line, because it doesn't have a lot of personality in it. Neither did the last one, but I reckon a sorcerer would also have, and a warlock. Or a wizard, indeed. I don't know if he would do this with a wizard, because it seems a bit redundant. Oh, bonuses.
Ah, yes. The scent of rosewater and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony. As true as you can.
Harmony. Harmony comes easily to you. Allow it to wash over your mind of magic. Think of the here and now, this unexpected moment of learning. Recall the memory of early youth. Now we'll just take the freebie.
You see, or is it sense, the unmistakable presence of Mystra, the Lady of Mysteries. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace.
But we're not about to fucking kiss, mate.
You are nestled in the cup.
Okay, he's looking at me a little...
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Don't get me wrong, it's just that I'd go for Astarion before I'd go for you. Incredible, though I could have managed it by myself.
You're hard to please, aren't you?
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
Hold on to the moment, it's a good night for intimacy, Christ. You're in no mood to be so close to Gale. Yeah, we'll just, yeah, it was a good experience. It's time to let go.
The weave evaporates. And as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
So this is Gale romance onboarding, I imagine.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us. No matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Well then.
What's on your mind?
I never realized it was so easy to cast magic. Well, that's silly to say, but sure.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
Yeah, I do it with a violin.
Well met.
Did that look weird from a distance, Will? Nothing to say about it.
I'll take that.
No, I won't. That's Clive.
Oh, hi.
Can't imagine just yoinking Clive and walking away. We do not touch Clive. I mean, we could, but we shouldn't. Give me a moment. Okay. Come on, Owlbear. Burning through supplies here. Apparently we're eating 5 extra for no reason. Scratch would like to talk. That could be something. That could be something. Or he might just have another gift. Maybe, I looked it up and, like, what we did should be enough. And it did say that it can take the cub a few nights to arrive. We didn't get any dreams, though. We might also need to, like, resolve the the tiefling stuff first.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag
Yeah, it's
he
just
holds
another
in his mouth.
Damn item.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
It is a potion of healing, and that's it. We do appreciate you, Scratch, but we're on the lookout for someone else. And I had a brief moment of hope that your exclamation mark was related. Well, I don't want to keep long resting. I'm going to hit the button one more time, but if I don't get anything like on arrival to camp, then I'll just reload it.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Never mind!
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
What's going on?
Lozelle thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded,
Lies.
Clearly.
She carries an
That cut
heirloom
itself
of my
off.
people. I must know why.
Do you mean that artifact that I have in my pocket? Stop this. No sense in us fighting with each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak. The deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
Any ideas how we settle this?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
Fuck!
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lozelle. You'll need it.
What?
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Stop! Please?
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Cooperate, Lae'zel.
Surrender? A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I believe the correct term is enemies to lovers.
But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
That skipped through to waking up again. Sometimes it just doesn't let you walk around at night. You try to avoid reloading things if you fail due to low charisma because low charisma was your character choice. However, you definitely reloaded this until no one died? Oh, shit. Is that...
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama.
No!
I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
I think I'm just going to keep long resting until we run out of interesting things because holy shit!
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
Well, they're both still alive. We'll take that. Someone is toast if you... Who, though? Presumably Lae'zel, because the knife is at her throat.
Speak.
About that little tiff.
It is over where I am concerned.
Good. I'll just kill you both. That's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand... allow me to channel the energy of a basic white boy protagonist in the year 2005 stuck on an island. If we don't live together, then we're gonna die alone.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
Who do you... I love that we can just follow up his horrible shit with, I think it's better if you stay here in camp for a while. You disgust me? Goodbye?
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
I'm surprised you didn't leave. That's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes. Fine. What's on your mind?
She's still the only one with that dialogue option.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
What's it like being the least hot-headed woman in the room? Is it new?
Fate, dost thou require?
Right. I said that was going to be the last one, but I was not expecting... Oh god, now there's more.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Sure, go ahead.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. Twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Well, that was a load of nothing. No, that was something. That was something. So the leading Shar cleric in Baldur's Gate is a woman, huh? Okay. Sometimes you wonder if she would ever deem me ready. You owe her everything. Is she a drow? I mean, do you think she'll ever relent?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion. A distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
All our times have come. Why be so secret about such an ambition?
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Well, you have got a new visual perspective these days. Thank you for sharing.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Okay. Makes me wonder if the other three have stuff to tell me outside of camp, because both Astarion and Shadowheart started lighting up when I left camp. At different points along this eternal rest. And I am going straight back because we are not yet out of shit popping up. I mean, you're not supposed to get it all at once, but... I did just quick save there, yeah? Yeah. So I'll reload that if this one's just dead.
Go ahead. I'm...
Because it might well be that the owlbear does not show up until after you've gone back to the grove.
Lady of Sorrow's Guide, if you're sure.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's because she's got an extra number on hers. We still have 2,400 supplies, so I don't really need to reload even. Ah! There we go! Fucking persistence!
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued.
Yes! We should do this every little while, like not all the time, because you don't want to, like, have nothing for your actual incidental rests, but, like, when we finish a major beat, like this, we should just do 5 fucking rests and pick up what we pick up, because otherwise you might miss these scenes. Oh, we don't have Speak with Animals. Hang on. Or did I? And then it maybe deleted it because I was sleeping. I don't know. Let's quick save here. To make sure that we don't lose it. Well, that's the problem with rests, but oh god, I fucking didn't mean to load a random one from the middle. God damn it. You just have to sit for so long on 75% on this game.
I assure you, I've dreamt
Of course, it's this one! No. Get away from Follow. I assure you, says the man with the ice pick, I know what I'm doing. Now hold still. It'll all be over in a blink. But please don't actually blink. There we go.
Lady of Sorrows God.
And we've spoken to her. She's done. End the day. Now my concern... It broke my concentration again. Why does it do that sometimes? Why does going to bed break my concentration?
Don't waste a step.
This should still be it. Yes! Okay. And we can talk to her this time. Her?
Food, hungry.
I don't actually know. Attack him! Fucking hell, why? Like, okay, I understand this game's commitment to giving you agency all the time, but like, why would you make friends with him, rescue him, say, you're always welcome at my camp, and then the moment he shows up, out comes the dagger! Or, arguably this... There is a reason for this one, if like, your entire purpose was to hunt him for food, in which case you're an asshole, but, like, worse is saying, go away, you're not welcome. I have food, would you like it?
Want, bite.
Everyone approves except Lae'zel. Come on then, take it.
Eat, friend.
No, don't eat your friend.
What a delectable little pet.
No, run.
Astarion?
Oh, now look. You've scared off the little snack.
What? No, don't call him that! Okay, so is he around, or is that going to play out over later nights? I think I won't, because like I could rest spam to continue that, but I think now that we've started it and I've confirmed that I'm on track, that's something that I could then, like, doll out and do later. Scratch, have you seen the owlbear around?
Discussion.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Don't know that the gauntlets are good for petting, but... he seems happy enough.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Don't eat the owlbear. That's what you can do for me. It's not hiding in a corner near the magic mirror or anything. I think that's all we get for now, regrettably. I do wish we could manage the party and camp faster. Like, I don't understand. Like, Knights of the Old Republic in 2003 allowed you to leave your camp area, which in that game was a spaceship, and then just toggle from a menu which companions were coming with you. Like, why does this game... Because, like, why am I saying this? Because I'm considering, would it be an idea to grab Gale, Will, and Lae'zel and take them outside to see if they have any outside camp conversations? But to do that, I need to talk to all 6 fucking people. And then come back in here and talk to all 6 fucking people again to write it.
Need some... Oh, darling.
And that's very weird.
It sounds...
I'm gonna. I think we have to level them up anyway.
Hey, you. Really? Really? Really?
Aww.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
And they all hate you for it. They don't actually get approval hits, which is very, very relieving, but...
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
Man.
Did you want something?
Tell me more about the Mother Superior. Is she a drow?
I'm not sure what else I can say, at least until I can remember more. She taught me, trained me, punished me. Often, I think I feel her influence when the wound pains me. Not even memories, just glimpses, impressions. Perhaps the wound is her doing, something Lady Shah bid her to do. I don't know.
Yeah, but what race? Because if she's a fucking halfling, that changes my opinion, you know?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. If you're sure. Fine.
That's not true. Specifically, is she a drow is my point. And if you don't know why I'm asking that, it's not something that you'll understand from this game alone.
Speak. It is done.
Yeah, everybody's got to level up, but,
Well met. That's the...
Well, swap the party out, leave camp, then come
What's
back
on
to
your
camp.
mind? With...
Was a time I tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to arm.
None of them are lit up.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
Poor Gale. I think we've used him the least of anybody. Animate, dead, bestow, curse, blink, counter spells, good to have. Fireball. Ooh, grant flight. Bestow the ability to fly upon yourself or an ally. Also haste. We don't need to think too carefully, because anything that he doesn't learn from leveling up, we can scroll him if we ever felt the need. Lae'zel just gets... She gets Misty Step, interestingly, but she also gets extra attack for level 5. And Warlock. Class feature, Deepened Pact. Extra attack for a Blade Pact. Familiar gets an extra attack for a Chain Pact. Pact of the Tome get Haste and Call Lightning. Oh, wow. What's he again? I don't actually remember what class we gave him. Pact of the Blade. So he gets the extra attack, basically, like a fighter. We'll give you the famous fireball, why not? A lot of these that I would pick are only useful for the player character. Fine, have dark vision. You're a human, you can benefit from it. I just don't care enough, you know. At least Lae'zel gets a proper weapon. Alright, what can you learn, Gale? Because we have the money. You could teach him everything. Find familiar cheeky Quasit. 1500. Granted, he can still only prepare so many. I don't believe he has Long Strider. Nor was there an opportunity to give it to him. And changing the prepared spells is just free use, isn't it? Like, I don't have to make him rest or anything if I do that. So I don't need to worry about changing his list. Ahead of when I would maybe potentially use him. I should sort my stuff again. Because we've lightened our scroll load quite a bit. Which is good. Yep, I think that's it. No one to talk to. Okay, we're finally satisfied. We can go back to the Emerald Grove. But first we need to... But yeah, like, I cannot believe there's no quality of life feature to just,
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here in the...
change the party without having to have individual conversations.
Well met. Are you sure? And just...
Speak. Are you sure that's the... Confirmed.
Yes. Darling, lead...
Yes, darling. That's all we needed Astarion to say.
Sorrows guide us. All right. Some.
Hey, you. Let's go, go, go.
She really is just a golden retriever who's been set on fire. And is also immune to the fire. And now Shadowheart has more. It's amazing.
There's something I've been wanting to share with you. If now's a good time.
You're voluntarily telling me about yourself? Are you feeling unwell? Is it the tadpole? No, let's not be a dick. Also, she's already been doing this. What brought this on?
Honestly, trust. I can't remember the last time I sought to confide in someone like this. Maybe I never have, for all I know. But now it just feels right. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
My girlfriend's staring at me, though. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
What will I see?
How I came to be who I am. How I found my way to Lady Shah's embrace.
Will I get to see the Mother Superior? Because that would be very helpful. Alright, fine. Let the brain fuckery begin.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
I can't believe Volo just had an eyeball in his pack. Oh! Well, that explains that. She's got a mask on.
She asked my name. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home. With Lady Shah.
It's her.
It hurts. That's all I remember.
Something sparks in your memory about Selûnite rites of passage. You heard once about how they would send their children out into the wilds to navigate their way home.
It's her because you could see her neckline. And that's definitely purple drow skin tone, and they're not going to do. They're fundamentally not going to do. Presuming that that character that rescued her was the Mother Superior. They are not going to do a drow Shar worshipper woman and not make it her. The entire 20 years of Baldur's Gate history would just be sitting there being like, what the fuck kind of fumble is that? So yeah, that's definitely Viconia Devere. You look like you were wearing a moonstone. Isn't that usually worn by Selûnites?
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all.
Bullshit.
Just because Selûnites claim something doesn't mean they own it.
Selûnite rites of passage. Send their children out into the wilds to navigate their way home. So Shadowheart was raised Selûnite, and then the Sharans came and saved her during the worst thing the Selûnites would do to her. That's how you get a kid. Yeah. I feel like you owe your life to Shar.
Lady Shar. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
Sounds like abuse.
Abuse? Nonsense. The Mother Superior made me strong. For the Dark Lady.
So I guess the romanced her in Baldur's Gate 2 and turned her into neutral good is not the canon that we are embracing into our hearts in this world. Not that I've ever done that. I always went with Jaheira in Baldur's Gate 2. Fuck, I hope we get to see her in this one. I mean, we're going to see Minsk, because they did a reference to Minsk's frozen in a statue thing that I think originated in a comic or whatever, but I think I said it when we found it. Because he was a human, I think. He doesn't get to live the couple hundred years that have passed between 2nd edition Baldur's Gate 1 and 2's Forgotten Realms versus the Forgotten Realms of 5th edition that is happening now. There's a big time skip, and so all of the human-y characters don't really have a chance of showing up, but the elfy ones do. So Viconia can, and no doubt that's what they're very heavily implying here. You're supposed to pick that up if you've played the first two, I imagine. Jaheira potentially could. Minsk potentially could, because of the fact that he was put into a statue. Who are the other ones? I know that Koran, who was a much more minor character in Baldur's Gate, because he was only playable in the first one, I know he was in like a tabletop thing, because he's an elf, so he was still around. And I guess the other big ones, Imoen would be dead, presumably. Edwin would be dead, presumably, though he is a Red Wizard of Thay. That's why I got excited when we found the Thayan stuff, because there's a character that would be really fun to see again. But I don't know that they would have a way to, unless he did some sort of horrible ritual on himself, which would not be out of character. But presumably he would be dead. That's about it. Yeah, Shadowheart's memory fuck-up thing, like, I don't know, like... So it's interesting making this character Viconia, because if they wanted to make, like, a completely irredeemable villain in the role of this Mother Superior, they give themselves a harder job by making it Viconia, because a lot of people love Viconia. But she was evil. She's one of the... Like, this game... I wouldn't say that this game is throwing evil people at us. Like, Astarion is the closest, but there's a lot of sympathetic stuff in there. And hell, Shadowheart's the next closest with the Sharan stuff. Lae'zel as well. Shadowheart, Lae'zel, and Astarion being pretty murky, but they're all okay, you know? Gale. I mean, really, the only pure fucking ones are Will and Karlach, which is funny that they start off opposed to each other, but they sorted that out right quick. But in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you didn't just collect everybody and put them in the camp. You collected enough people as you had free slots in your party, and everybody else just wasn't involved. So you could just assemble a full evil party full of people who were actively horrible. Battle-thirsty berserk dwarves, red wizards, and yeah, Viconia the Shar Cleric Drow Lady, who was perhaps the least evil of the evil options, but still, she wasn't nice. But you could sort of mellow her out if you decided to go with her. But they could make her a full-on villain in this game if they wanted to. Which would be awkward, though, because I imagine there's a lot of people out there who would not want her to die.
Fine. What's on your mind?
We found yourself more sympathetic to Astarion than you would have expected due to the whole... Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Because we get to see into these characters' souls, we do get to sympathize with them faster than we would in another setting in another game. As someone who never played these... Yeah, I imagine that that's fine. But, like, in this specific case, I imagine it then would have been very easy. And technically speaking, we have not revealed that Mother Superior is Viconia Devere yet, but if I'm wrong on that, I will eat all 4 of these characters' headgear. Like, they simply would not do it that way. So I'm just going to act as though that's an evident conclusion as I speak about this, even though the rest of you that have seen it probably shouldn't. For you, it's probably a lot easier to hear Shadowheart talk about this horrible, abusive mother figure and be like, all right, well, this Mother Gothel sucks. Let's get rid of her when we get up to her, and help Shadowheart out. Whereas for me, it's like, oh, well, you know, complicated lady with an interesting and intricate past. Oh, hey, it's the exsanguinated boar. You'd think it would have rotted by now. Astarion? Sit there and think about what you've done.
Well, well, well.
It would be very funny to throw the boar at him as Karlach.
Let's get going.
But also probably kill him. So we won't, but it would be funny. And yes, I am walking all the way back to the Grove, because we're the triumphant heroes. I don't want to just fast travel in. I like that I've spent this whole stream just traveling from the Goblin camp home because I did 90 long rests in the middle. But, you know, it was still content.
Grab your bags. We're moving.
Oh, that sounds good. There's Zevlor up there. Yeah, what are you doing there? Oh, everybody's...
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection
Hi, Grateful. I'm
from
Dad.
all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Oh, I'm not saying no to coin. Thank you!
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, Mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
We'll see you there. Interesting. We receive a patched together sack. 5 things in it. 59 bucks. Wapira's crown. When healing another, the wearer gains hit points. Fuck, that's weird looking. I'm not getting rid of my Jason Charles Miller hat for that. Where's the rest of my money? What?
Never a dull moment.
There we go.
What am I to do?
Yeah, Shadowheart just has a circlet, so she can... Oh god. Don't like the look. Hide it. I don't mind the hat. I don't like the green hood. She looks like a druid.
No one will ever believe this.
Elixir of heroism. Blood from a stone and a dagger. Well, I don't need the dagger.
Moving ahead.
I'll kiss you when you stop bleeding, you lummox.
I think we should go talk to everybody, because they're all going to have different things to say now, hey?
Stop squirming.
And then when we finish here, we should go to our camp for another long rest, I guess, because the tieflings are going to be there. All of them? I don't know that we have enough room.
Yes, no? Check twice myself.
Eldrel didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
Oh no, but we'll have time to talk to as many people here today as we can.
I should speak up.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared. It smells bad out here. I want to go home.
Where's home?
We count fast, remember? I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again. I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
Hey, I didn't kill all of them.
You saved us, just like Baldy Ron.
Yeah.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
Hey, it's positively smashing.
Let us go. I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
I think the kid meant Baldurin.
God, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate. Always a deal to be done, even now.
Toy block. Sell wares.
Careful, I buy.
Sell wares.
What's next?
Sell wares.
Try not to die up there. We're not in the clear yet. Mattis says we should say thank you.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
Come on.
Well, you still have some half-brained attempt to steal from me?
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
Hmm.
From now on, I promise.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
Thanks.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
They all have such wonderful eyes.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
Maybe. Oh, right, the dead guy. Can we not talk to these two? I guess not. They're too busy praying. I've never seen... the talk function just doesn't do anything.
Come on, you're not picking a gift for your sweetheart. Grab a blade.
We did it. We actually did it!
I want it. I still can't believe
Proud
it.
of you. I know he would. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. That'll change from now on, I promise.
Cannot speak to them at all.
I expected goblins at our gate any moment. Glad to say that you made a prettier sight.
Damn right I do.
Watching gods. While I was training children, you were out cutting down an entire goblin camp.
Yeah, you didn't fucking help me, did you?
It's time, everyone. We're ready to head to your camp. Are you?
Right, so we talked to Zevlor to start that. We don't hit the rest button. That's good to know. Oh, hang on. Nadira is still up here next to the blood from when I killed a bugbear 3 weeks ago.
What a mess. I wonder if the goblins have anything valuable on them.
As I recall, the bugbear really didn't. Is that squirrel still around? No, but Alfira is.
I'm going to have to write a song about you now, aren't I? But truly, thank you. It's nice to be done with the sad songs. For a time.
If we get separated...
That's it. We can head to the city. Don't know about you, but I'm ready to start my life again.
Lives are good. We've talked to that side. So, board ox. Where's the other ox?
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
Good luck with that.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Thought you'd left us to our fate running off like you did. Glad I was wrong.
Kid you saved from the Harpies. I don't remember the name of the kid I saved from the Harpies, but I've spoken to all the kids up there.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
Harpy kid was Murkon? Well, he's right there.
We did it.
I hope we get to leave soon.
Yeah, he didn't give me anything.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
I mean, we finished the quest from long ago. Jeez, a lot of information on Shadowheart now. So meet Halcyon, but also celebrate.
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Were curious as to where the third ox has gone.
The things the children are saying about you. At least when they were scared, they were quiet.
Sorry, what the fuck was that about?
If we get separated or need to break camp fast, remember, find the river and follow it down.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. Was sick of running from those rats.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself,
Oh,
but
yeah?
it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
Alright then, Gale.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
Glad I could help.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
We've already sold most people's wares. I suppose we could use this change in circumstance to steal everybody's, well, not Damon's, but everybody else's stuff.
Open up.
An elixir of hill giant strength out of that. What's up here? Oh, it's just a path up there.
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through.
So the shopkeepers don't move, but everybody else gathers at the gates. In here's lootable now as well. Granted, we've already done that. While it was much more arduous to accomplish. But hey, in future playthroughs I'll remember this, and I won't. Guy said he left his sword in the cave. Should we look for a sword? The child's sword, I don't think it'll be any good, but...
Bet that will fit in my pack. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see any swords. But we grabbed some stuff. Thieving is believing. That's how that saying goes, right? And stealing from kids is even better than stealing from people because it's easier. Ah, there you are.
Moo.
Right then, have a nice day. Halsin's out here. Okay, I thought he was going to be...
Strength in the shadows. May Sylvanas forgive me.
At least you recognize your mistake. This is a beginning. A small one.
I was going to walk around and talk to the druids, but we might call it there rather than go late, because we can stream again tomorrow, so... Halsin, and the druid epilogue awaits, and then once we've finished chatting with the druids, I'll talk to Zevlor. And, celebrate. Sounds about right. Personal. I like that that's a category, as opposed to companions. I wonder if you play as one of these 6, does the companion quest sit in here instead? Probably. Got 2 main quests now. All right. Good run. I'll be back tomorrow, and there will be festivities. Fare thee well.